And coming into the body, however that feels most supportive to you, either with some deep cleansing breaths, some touch, some self-touch, some sensing the ground under you, whatever feels really supportive, bringing you into this present moment. And ultimately doing whatever serves you best and makes you feel cared for. Because for this meditation, we're addressing a balance problem where the balance has shifted too much in the caring for others. And we're here to bring it back into balance, remembering that we also need and deserve care, and that we're the only ones who know how much and in what way we can best be cared for. So first, on the path toward allowing ourselves to take some space to see what we need, when people make requests of us, on that path, we're going to first make a stop in some inquiry around this guilt. So just bringing up a little bit, if you can, some of the guilty sensations in your body, some of the ways it comes up, or some of the thoughts maybe that come up when you consider taking some space and maybe having to set boundaries or say no. So hopefully this part is here right now to witness and maybe learn as we drop in some inquiries. First of all, if someone makes a request of us and we say no, and these guilty feelings come up, yeah? And if we say no and they have to figure it out on their own or ask someone else, they get that outcome. Now, would they not get the same outcome if they asked you? What if they asked you and you were simply not available? You were on calls or out of town. Now notice what happens in your body if you get asked when you're just not available and it's not a choice. And what happens? Is there maybe in both cases, you wish that person well? Whether it's in your control to help or not, I imagine that's part of your response to wish them well. But notice the difference in how you feel, even though the outcome is the same. So either way, they have to either ask someone else or they have to, sit with their problem, assuming it's not life or death. The outcome is the same. And really, your situation is the same. You are not available. But in one case, you feel really guilty. And in the other, you simply wish them well. Maybe inquiring for yourself, is it possible that I am not the only solution to their problems? And is it possible that I could help at a time when I'm more resourced? Also, in all of these cases, is it possible that this person does not know that I am not available, either emotionally or physically? Is it possible they just don't know? Is it possible that if they knew my situation, if they knew my inner needs and capacity and availability, that they would not ask at this moment for help? They would ask someone else, or they would figure it out on their own. Is it possible that being a good friend does not hinge upon being on call no matter what's going on for us? And just dropping in the possibility, You can still feel uncomfortable right now, and that's okay too. For people like us, a lot of our identity can get wrapped around being helpful. That's where we get a lot of value and positive feedback. And so now let's shift into the next part where, once we get to this place of knowing that our value is more than all we give, then we can go in to take care of the self, knowing that our self is valuable regardless of what we give. So maybe we can do some inquiry into how to take care of the self in these moments. So maybe checking in with, how can I best be kind to me when someone asks for something that I may not be able to give? Like, what would that look like? And it's okay if there's not a complete plan yet. It's still going to be an experiment, and it's going to be different with every person, every day. But planting this seed to take a pause, check in, and remember that our health and happiness is so important, not only because we deserve it, but also to be able to help. But mostly because we deserve it. So maybe making an intention for yourself now as we bring this to a close. What is your intention around caring for yourself while trying to care for others? And this is such a loving gesture to yourself, just wanting to do this practice and learn more. So thanking yourself and taking your time to come back to the room.